Hi everyone, it's Beck Beattie here for Richard G'day, and today I'm going to share with you a project I've created with the current bundle deal, which is this here pictured. And this is an awesome deal. You are getting nearly $65 worth of product for only $34.95. Now remember that does end on Friday, November 18 at 11:59 p.m. So not too long to go. So don't wait on that deal too much longer. And this is a fun card that I've created to celebrate this bundle deal. So I really love how this card came together, and I'm going to show you what I did to create it. So now to get started, so I'm using these fun products out of the bundle deal to create my card today, and I'm going to start out with the whipped cream cardstock by Fun Stampers Journey, and I've just cut that piece to fit inside the embossing folder. And now I'm going to use my Fun Stampers Journey machine to emboss that pattern onto the cardstock. So as you can see, that comes out really good. Now I've just trimmed off the edges because I wanted the pattern to actually coat the whole piece of cardstock. So now I've just taken the clear pigment ink by Fun Stampers Journey, and I've run that over the top, picking up all the embossed pattern of the card. And this will help me impart the colour from the pan pastel. So I've actually started out with a permanent red tint, which is like that pinky tone. And next I'm going to follow that on with the phthalo green tint on the sides there. So I'm actually just working within the pattern, as you can see a bit more closely here. I wanted this to have a bit of a fun, bright effect, so I have used some fun colours there. So just to finish that off, I've used a bright green yellow tint there as well. Now to give your finish a little bit more depth, I've actually laid over a couple of the colours. So I used the bright yellow green tint on that phthalo green area, and I've also used the yellow ochre colour a little bit onto the pinky colour in the middle there. So as you can see, it really gives that little bit more depth. Now I've just trimmed my card to fit the cardstock, and that helps me create a nice base. So I'm just adhering that down now, and I love the white framing on that. Really looks sweet with the colours. Now I decided to use the Cup for Two stamp set, and I again wanted to use my pan pastels to have a little bit more fun, and also the Confectionery Days pan pastel set. So I've actually taken the phthalo blue tint after stamping my images out with the clear pigment ink, as you can see, just on a piece of white cardstock again. And whilst it is hard to see it, as you can see, when we add in that pan pastel colour, it really comes to life. And I really love the effect that it gives. It actually colours the base in the same tone, so you actually get that two-tone effect with the same colour, which really makes it look really professional, and also just matches the colour perfectly. So I've just cut those out, and I'm also just stamping out my sentiments, so the coffee time and the you and me. And what I'm going to do with that, I'm actually going to use those speech bubble squares to die cut those out, again using the machine. So I've just used a little bit of the washi tape to keep my dies in place, and as you can see, they easily pop out. And now I can start layering my cards. So I really love how the fun of this card and how sweet it's come together. As you can see, the Confectionery Days colour set really, they all just match beautifully with each other. It really takes the guesswork out of it all. And I'm just going to adhere that down with the tape runner. Now I do find I've come into a bit of a spot of bother because there is actually so much pan pastels onto that background. It wasn't adhering very well. So what I did decide to do is, as well as add on a little bit more adhesive onto the back of the foam squares, because they had actually been coated with the pan pastels colour, I also took an eraser and I've actually erased off some of the Pan Pastel's colour just using the eraser. And what that does is it takes it back to the cardstock a little bit more, and then when I've gone over to adhere the element on there again, you'll see that they adhere a lot better. So now you can see that process. So just removing some of the Pan Pastels, adding the tape runner back on to give that the foam squares a little bit more adhesiveness again, and just as you can see, just really rubbing that back until there was nothing left on there. So the eraser really does help to do that. Now, just adhering those with a little bit of dimension as I've gone, I really wanted to give, so the back cup and the you and me is set down just a little bit lower level than the coffee time and the front coffee cup. Now, finishing it off just with some of the parade sequins. These are really cute. I love this set, and really just adds a beautiful finish onto my card there. So I'm just using some liquid adhesive to adhere those on, and they go on really, really easily, especially with the liquid adhesive. It doesn't matter that I've had the Pan Pastels, which is essentially a powder, because the liquid adhesive will actually get into the crevices below as well as on top. So the liquid adhesive is perfect for that. And here's my finished card. I hope you enjoyed watching it come together and the fun different little techniques used with the Pan Pastels. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There'll also be a full list of the products as well as purchasing links below. Don't forget the deal ends at midnight on November 18th. So make sure that you do get in there and get that deal. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.